name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the bookie killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Notero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, the Bookie Killer, sitting here with my one-armed co-host, the Paparazzi. What's going on, brother?
The one-armed bandit, they're calling me these days.
Yeah, you're the only dude that almost gets arrested in the hospital, which is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, don't go to Sunrise Hospital. That's where Lamar Odom went for anybody looking for that famous paparazzi connection. Do not go to that hospital. That is a warning for all of you.
They were trying to send you to a little department where people had open infections and shit so you can get one or what?
Well, an article came out the day before I went to that hospital, ironically, that there's a superbug out in Vegas, and it came from that particular hospital. They wanted me to go sit back. They had taken me to the emergency room. They wanted me to sit back in the emergency room where all these sick people were waiting to go back. I refused, so they got out the handcuffs. I had to get my lawyer on the phone. We had to get the police there. It was quite to do, but in the end, Paparazzi had another surgery in recovery and doing a little bit better.
Well, that's good to hear, bud, because we got a great show. March Madness is in full effect. Conference tournaments in the horizon start today. So, this is the time of the year for the sports bettor to absolutely get paid.
Well, and you forgot to mention your NHL first period total. The Red Wings, which you've been telling everybody, the Red Wings first period overs hit again last night, and I made a big score with that one.
No doubt about it. Like I said, our Golden Nuggets on this show, nobody has a better percentage on any other sports show.
Absolutely.
Nobody gives out more free gems than we do. But the good news is, guys, is I want everybody to bring that same excitement that they had for the Super Bowl into March Madness, where you can actually make a shit ton of money.
And remember, there's a ton of tournaments out here in Las Vegas, so if anybody gets the information that's at the top, that's definitely you.
No doubt about it. Today's March 7th, podcast number 400.
Congratulations,
sir. Congratulations to the both of us. Yeah. Podcast number 400. Now, we were going to do a big thing. Like I said, I'm sorry that I canceled all the plans you were trying to do in the celebrity guest, but with the tournament right here, no offense, I just really don't give a fuck about podcast 400.
It would be nice to do something. We'll probably do something a little bit later in the line. Obviously, my arm kind of screwed us a little bit, but honestly, you're so busy with a lot of clients and information in town right now, you don't have the time.
But I made time for my guys to give them some golden nuggets.
Yes,
so
sir.
Let's get into the show. You guys want to get a hold of us? 877-220-6540. Go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We have packages for all size shapes of sports bettors. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, VIP Sports LV. Don't forget about our YouTube channel, VIP Sports Las Vegas. Now, you want to tell about all the imposters we've been getting? People with fake accounts acting like they're me?
Well, this is their Santa Claus time. This is their Christmas. Right before you get to the tournament, this is when these guys want to go, tell $500 for an NCAA basketball package, get that money. This is the time, guys, when you do not want to be getting surprised because it's going to cost you a lot of money.
Or being fooled by a fake account that acts like they're me. I had to shut down 7 of them yesterday alone.
Oh, I think you're going to be shutting down a lot more here in the next 2 weeks.
But I'm saying, these guys that are making fake accounts, you know how embarrassing and how shameful you should feel of yourself? You're a fucking failure. You guys are taking my page, acting like they're me because you're broke and you're trying to be somebody else. You're a groupie-ass wannabe. So you'll never be successful. My advice to you, find a different profession.
I agree. Or come work for you.
I don't want them working for me.
Yeah,
so what? They could steal leads and try to do what I'm...
That's true.
Go work at Starbucks. You'll make more than you're doing now.
There you go.
Anyway, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all of our active and retired military U.S. veterans. We appreciate everything you do. Any military person can DM me anytime they want for a free pick. We got your 6. And you want to talk about this Matt Barnes situation? Because I don't give a fuck about Matt Barnes.
It seems that Matt Barnes must be a scumbag because he's usually in the Shame on You segment. But Matt Barnes was seen on video putting his right hand on the shoulder of a high school student. Announcer during his son's high school basketball game, the student said Barnes asked him, "What do you think you're looking at?" The student told Barnes, I'm on your school's live broadcast, and you are screaming, "You are a bitch," to the refs. Barnes' son played for the the Crespi High School in Los Angeles, and the head coach of Crespi is none other than Derek Fisher. As a result of the incident, Barnes has been removed from the Sacramento Kings broadcast team, and after just 3 seasons. But Barnes still has his highly successful Showtime podcast, All the Smoke. What do you think about the story?
What I think is we never should have read the story. I think that your script reading right now is a little off track. I don't know if it's from your doing a lot of stuttering. I don't know if our listeners are going to be too excited about that.
It's due to a vision issue.
All right, well, we're going to need you to do a little bit more freestyle and be yourself because you sound really scripted. You know what I mean?
We can do that.
At the end of the day, we're going to still give them what they want. But come on, Poppy, I need that old school paparazzi back.
All right, I might have to close my left eye, but I'll do
Well, whatever you got to do. NFL, Denver Broncos are releasing Russell Wilson, and they are talking they're taking an $85 million hit in the dead money over the next 2 seasons because of the release. Denver said they are allowing other teams to talk to Wilson until the release is official. Here's the question. Would you want Wilson on the Las Vegas Raiders? We had this debate in the office yesterday. My answer was absolutely not no, but fuck no. Then you had other guys in the office response, Super Bowl champion, better than O'Connell. So me telling you that right there, would you rather have, so if you rephrase the question to me, would I rather have O'Connell or Wilson? Probably Wilson for the year. Wilson for the future? No.
No, the last 2 years on this podcast, you and I have both said Russell Wilson is a disease.
Well, you know, when people were trying to talk to him last year, he got more prima donna than anyone's ever seen in their life.
Yes.
The players would try to talk to him after the game, tell him what, blah, blah, blah. He would say, holler at my agent.
Correct.
He's a prima donna. So if that's how he's acting, him and Sierra will get crushed out here in Las Vegas.
All he will do is, if he comes here, is bring us down.
Yeah,
He's got a little bit of momentum going with the new coach, with the new quarterback. The Raiders need to focus on going up, not going backwards.
Correct, but he is a step above O'Connell, yes or no?
The old Russell Wilson, yes. O'Connell, he's a second-year player, going
We're trying to win a championship, bro. We're not trying to go into the season with O'Connell as the number one gun. He'll do, but we're trying to win a championship. We're not. Do you think we're going to win with O'Connell?
No, but the Raiders are not going to win a championship.
Garcia, you're die hard. Can we win with a championship with O'Connell?
Championship with anybody next year, and they need to build for the future.
Yeah, well, that's fine. So as of right now, I'll ask you again: would you rather have O'Connell or Russell Wilson for the Raiders?
O'Connell.
I'm going to have to say Wilson, but I can't stand him. And no, I don't want him on the Raiders. We need to find somebody else. You understand?
Yes.
Do you agree that we need to fill that position with a little better player, though?
Yeah, I definitely think we can find many guys who are step up for O'Connell at this point, but I also have to think, what is our long-term plan? What's our 3 or 4 year plan?
Well, we never know because the Davises are fucking idiots.
Exactly.
We had Tom Brady in fucking year number 1. Had a chance to get fucking Aaron Rodgers. They passed him up too. Could have put our bid in and got Lamar Jackson last year. So they have no fucking clue what they're doing.
No, Mark Davis stay with the WNBA and the Aces. That's where Mark Davis is.
Yeah,
that's his lane.
Well, they definitely learned from San Francisco not to take none of that old bullshit. You know what I mean? That dude should be absolutely embarrassed.
I agree.
On steroids, getting caught for what? Nobody wants you. You're not even playing next year.
Idiots.
NBA, Charles Barkley said he will punch any black person he sees wearing a T-shirt with Donald Trump's mugshot on it.
I'd go line up right in front of him and fucking let him punch me.
Well, first of all, it's no big deal. He talks a lot of shit, so I'm not going to turn it into a race card or whatever it is. He thinks Trump is a racist and this, that, and the other. Charles Barkley is trying to get in on the trend of the only thing you can attack Donald Trump for.
Right.
A lot of his votes were the black people, but he did a lot for black people. Do I need to go over the list of rappers and certain black people that he actually exonerated and got out of prison?
Correct.
Stopped them from going to jail?
Even shined a good light on Kanye West, the piece of shit that he
Right.
is.
So Charles Barkley, if you still like paying $6 a gallon for gas, you like spending $1,000 at the grocery store for $400 in groceries, well then don't vote for Trump. Doesn't matter, guys, if you like the guy or not. I know that he's a cornball, but he can run our country as a businessman better than any of these other motherfuckers can, without any shadow of a doubt. And for those of you that voted for Biden last time, if you vote for Biden again, you should be fucking embarrassed. Now, I know it's going to be hard for you to vote for Trump, but do it. Because I know you feel dumb as fuck that you put a senile motherfucker that's shitting his pants, doesn't know where he's at, to run our country and make us look weak. I'll leave it at that. So, Charles, you say whatever you want. No one really gives a fuck. Learn how to be a better sports bettor and a gambler, because you're the worst anyone's ever seen, and you've paid Vegas millions of dollars.
Well, and he still owes Vegas millions of dollars, so why don't you settle up your debt before coming out with shit like this? Trump, yes, we need Trump back in the White House.
I need all my homies, all the hood, all the brothers, all my boys to stay focused and vote for Trump. Don't be fooled into all these campaigns they're going to try to bring about the racism and all that type of shit. He's a man of his word, and he's a great businessman. College basketball. This is what people are watching the show for, not no political bullshit, Bobby. College basketball. The Dartmouth men's basketball team voted 13-2 to join its local service employees union. This is the first time any group of college athletes have taken a public action as employees of their school and potentially set a precedent that could significantly alter the business of college sports. I like it. I like what they're going to try to do. They're going to create a union. Listen, they've already approved that players can get paid.
Right.
You can't just think about the all-star player. You know, when everyone's like, players can get paid now, we could go pay the best player in the world to be on our team.
Right.
What about the other 3-4 people that don't make it to the league? If you're good enough to make it to college, top-tier basketball,
right,
and start in the lineup, you should be able to prosper and make as much money as you possibly can. They create this union. They're going to create all sorts of different shit to make money.
I totally agree with you. You're going to have the top 1 or 2% that get endorsement deals and TV deals and stuff like this. But you're right. All the other guys that work their ass off at practice that go and make the schools money, a ton of money, they deserve to be compensated as well.
A union could put together enough money for every college player to make $100,000 a year. Yeah. I think it would be great if you went to college as an athlete, made the starting team, and were able to get paid.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so new that...
Pay your college debt off because you were a good basketball player.
Right there. I think it's so new that everybody's trying to figure out what's the best model to use, and I think they'll get there and people will be able to get taken care of.
Major League Baseball, boy, do I love seeing this spring training. Shout out to my boy Skip out there in the field getting everything done for us with all the scouting.
He's been at games every single day.
San Francisco Giants manager Bob Melvin had made the decision to require everyone in the team's dugout to stand during the national anthem. I thought we were done with all this shit.
I know. I didn't still.
And the only reason why that no one's making a big deal out of it and holding the fist is because the brothers are just tired of it.
Correct.
It's because of them. It's not. We don't want to hear you're going to stand and all that shit. Reason why it's not a big deal anymore is because the brothers ain't tripping no more. You know what I mean? They know
making a big deal.
Yeah, they're not making a big deal out of it anymore. It is what it is. So no one cares about what you're making people do or stand for the anthem. That's fucking ridiculous. College basketball. Here are the current odds to reach the Final Four.
Plus how these teams are doing against the spread right now.
Correct. UConn plus $1.10 on absolute fire, 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games.
Getting the job done last night against Marquette.
Yes, they did. No doubt about it. UConn has been at least minus 250 money line favorites 15 times this season. Guess what? Won every one of the games.
That's a team you want to be betting.
No doubt about it. Well, especially for all these fake-ass cappers that want to give a guy a game minus 250.
Yeah.
That's the team. For all you cappers out there that don't know what you're doing, which is 9 out of 10 of you, and you're giving out your favorite money lines, make sure it's UConn.
Yeah.
At least you have a chance of winning.
Yes, sir.
Purdue plus $1.60, but 2-4 against the spread in their last 6 games. They're not all that hot right now.
No, and they're going to be going into that Big Ten tournament next week.
I'd still look out for them, but they haven't been playing well. Houston plus $1.60, 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 games. Houston got a push last night. You sorry motherfuckers, if all you had to do was make 1 out of those 4 missed free throws to cover in that game. So, you know.
That's another team, like we say, the top team in the nation, but as far as getting the spread, 2-8 against their last 10.
Correct, and that's what I'm saying. Houston wins, they don't cover.
Right.
Houston's a team that mid-season, they explode, beat people down. End of the year, they don't do shit. And as of right now, you're not going to win any type of championships missing free throws and the things that they're doing right now.
I agree.
Plain and fucking simple. I mean, that other team gave them a hard time last night.
They did.
You know what I mean? You got Tennessee plus 210. They're on absolute fire. 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games, Tennessee.
And winning last night against South Carolina.
Yeah, 5-1 to the under in their last 6 games. Arizona plus 240. 4-2 against the spread last 6 games. Still 66%.
Yep, they take on UCLA tonight.
Duke plus 450 on absolute fire. Duke is 8-1 against the spread in their last 9 games. Got a major commitment to come to their school next year. Guys be looking forward and out for Duke to be back on top very soon.
Do they need another court charging to hit another player? Because it seems to be helping them.
I don't know, but like I said, 8-1 against the spread. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. You guys been betting Duke, Tennessee, and UConn, you're absolutely getting fucking paid. North Carolina, plus 480. Not doing too good against the spread. 3-5 against the spread in their last 8 games.
Now, I guess you're going to see what real North Carolina team shows up. The one who faltered last year and didn't make the tournament, or this team that's been one of the favorites to go to the Final Four this year, but not covering against the spread like you just said.
Iowa State, plus 500, but killing it against the spread. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games against the spread. 70%. That's all you can.
Do you remember 3 years ago, UNLV hired Coach Otz, TJ Otzelberger. We had him for one season. He seemed to be removing the program forward. And then Iowa State took them, and now they're a number 5 nationally ranked program.
That's a couple coaches that we could have had and should have had. Like I said, UNLV college basketball, whole different story.
Yeah.
Till we get a big name coach, we're never going to do much.
I agree.
We go on these spurts, we get some talent, but we need a good recruiter, someone to set these players up, pay for the big boys, and get back to that old school UNLV running Rebels. Kansas, plus 550. However, Kansas is 3-5 against the spread in their last 8 games. Garbage.
Yeah, they're dealing with a major injury on the team, so I expect them to start waking up a little bit.
BYU, plus 1,600. BYU's on fire, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. Entertainment. On her talk show, actress Drew Barrymore said without any doubt she is proud to be a member of the Mile High Club and said she had sex on a plane and highly recommend it because it just feels different.
Did she announce who she had it with?
Who really cares? But yeah, I'm in the Mile High Club. Me and my wife got in the Mile High Club about 8-9 years ago. I wouldn't say it felt any different as far as the feeling of busting a nut or anything like that, but maybe for the girl, I never asked for Kelly. It was the excitement. 100%. Yeah. The excitement of sneaking into the bathroom and then the giggling after you're done and sit back in your chair was the excitement of the whole fucking thing.
So was this a commercial plane for Steve Stevens or a private?
No, it was commercial.
Oh, so that made it.
Yeah.
That made it that much more.
It was it was a Miami. It was a Miami flight where the red eye leaving at like midnight.
Okay.
So only half the plane was full. We were already drinking, doing our thing. So yeah, we made it happen. But yeah, Drew, what it is you like the mysteriousness of it. Yeah, it was cool.
Did Steve Stevens have an escape route plan? If they came a knocking, if the stewardesses were like, "Who's in here? You got to get out."
Oh, once I get to work, you ain't stopping me till I nut, bro. I'm like a fucking lion. I'm getting mine. You can knock on the door all you want.
Oh boy.
But no, there was no one knocked on the door. We did it very professionally, in and out. Conference tournament Golden Nuggets, in and out, literally.
There you go, like the hamburger.
Anyway, guys, conference tournament Golden Nuggets, Poppy. Start off.
Well, here are the teams with winning streaks against the spread headed into conference tournaments. Out of the Sun Belt Conference, Arkansas State is 8-1 right now against the spread of their last 9 games. In the Western Athletic Conference, who I didn't even realize Tarleton State was in the Western Athletic Conference, but they are, and they are 9-0-1 in their last 10 games against the spread.
Yeah, they're undefeated in their last 10 games against the spread.
Yeah, so that's a team. If I'm not sure that they were in the Western Athletic Conference, I don't know a lot of our listeners who would be.
Well, I hope these listeners are fucking listening because we're giving them like 90% winners.
Yes. Over in the Ivy League, your favorite school, Brown with 6 straight covers. Over in the Metro Atlantic, St. Peter's has 6 straight covers as well. Also in the Metro Atlantic, Rider University has 6 straight covers as well. Now, over in the Ohio Valley Conference, Tennessee Martin with 7 straight covers. Over in the Mountain West, UNLV with 5 straight covers, and they play Nevada on Saturday. Nevada is 6-1 against the spread their last 7 games.
Well, this is a rivalry for UNLV. UNLV, they have the little cannon, then they switch back and forth to. So UNLV's been playing good. Both teams are on fire. We'll see. Sun Belt, Appalachian State, 6 straight covers against the spread. The WAC division, Abilene Christian, 6 straight wins against the spread. In the SWAC, Alcorn State, 7 straight wins against the spread. Summer Conference, UMKC, 7 straight covers against the spread. There ain't one of you motherfuckers out there listening to me right now that has ever even bet on UMKC, Alcorn State, Abilene Christian, maybe Appalachian State.
Tarleton State?
No. It's a team we've been making stupid money on.
Yes.
Here's a crazy against the spread stat. Stephen F. Austin, 1-14 against the spread in their last 15 games. Talk about a team to fade.
Yeah.
They play tonight, and they are favorites by 6.5 points to Southern Utah.
What do you do?
Guys, figure it out, dude. I mean, they're 1-14 against the spread. They're favorite by 7 tonight against Southern Utah. Not hard to figure out.
On a disciplined betting practice, you play against them.
100%.
You just have to.
No doubt about it.
If it goes down, it goes down, but the numbers are on your side.
Now, don't get it twisted. Is it the personal play that I'm betting for $100,000 today? No, not at all. But the Vermont, 14-2 to the under in their last 16 games, and they play Saturday against Albany. College basketball, there are many neutral site games coming up, and here are the best neutral site against the spread records. Mississippi State, 6-0 against the spread at a neutral site. Purdue, 5-0 against the spread at a neutral site. That's a good example right there, though. Even though Purdue's 5-0 in the past in a neutral site, they're not playing that well right now.
Right.
You understand? So you have to go off stats, but you also have to know what the team is currently fucking
And you
doing.
have to look back at the beginning of the season and see, did these teams play in tough, Hawaii tournaments, or did they get some, shamanad schools and like that, and see if they won games like that?
Here's a couple no-brainers. UConn, 4-0 against the spread in a neutral site. New Mexico, 4-0. New Mexico, they're balling a little bit too and making people money. Now, these are the teams, the worst teams' records on a neutral site. These are teams that don't win on a neutral site. Arkansas, 0-5 against the spread. St. John's, 1-4 against the spread. Michigan, 1-4 against the spread on a neutral site. All these teams are playing on a neutral site. Texas A&M and LSU are combined 9-0 to the over in neutral site games this season. Let me ask you this. Any stats or any game sheet stats have neutral site stats on them?
No, not unless you go to a very detailed site, but not very easy for the public.
I'm talking about the sports book, not even about close.
No.
College basketball question, Poppy. There's been a lot of talk over the last week about whether or not college basketball should ban schools from allowing their fans to storm the court. Duke center Kyle Fikowski was injured after a collision with a fan during a court storming incident following Duke's loss to Wake Forest last month. Do you think fans should be banned from storming the court? Absolutely.
I think there should be a 60 or 90-second period where the opposing team can be ushered off the court, so there's no problems with that. Storming the court is part of college. It's part of the experience and stuff, so I don't necessarily want to take it away from the kids.
No, but it's got different. It's a borderline riot. And like that dude got hurt and this, that, and the other. You don't want any of your players hurt. You don't want to do any of that. So me as a coach, 100% I would say ban storming the court. I get your tradition and your excitement. Do all that shit at your parties and your frat parties and your party after the game and all that type of shit.
The basketball coach in me or father of a player totally agrees with you. The other side has the other point. So I'm on both sides of the scale on this one.
Well, if you see everybody that gets all excited, on the team that won when they storm the court, it's the players that are on the bench that are more excited than anybody, partying and jumping up and down. Yeah. So, no. Keep your big players safe. Quick NBA nuggets, guys. Boston Celtics are 40-15 against the spread in the first half.
They're taking on the Denver Nuggets tonight.
Utah Jazz, 18-9 against the spread at home this season. Milwaukee Bucks, 1-5 against the spread as underdogs.
Looked like shit last night against Golden State.
Cleveland Cavaliers, 10-2 against the spread with rest advantage. OKC, 11-3 against the spread with rest disadvantage.
That team is a very dangerous team. You guys better take note of OKC.
NHL hockey, Arizona Coyotes have put forward Adam Ruzicka on unconditional waivers to terminate his contract. The move comes after the posted to his Instagram story of a video of himself with a white powder appearing to be cocaine and a credit card on the counter. Arizona has lost 13 straight games.
Can you fucking believe that?
Well, I could believe he has a credit card out snorting some cocaine, but you're filming it? How many times you guys going to get caught with your own shit? It's just fucking mind-blowing. It blows my fucking mouth. Women, if you don't want pictures of you or sex on the internet, don't let nobody film you. If you're doing drugs and you don't want to get caught, don't get fucking filmed. Real fucking simple. It's mind-blowing. And to all you gangbangers, definitely don't murder. Cameras are fucking everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Las Vegas has a camera on every corner, they're out to get you, and you know that.
Correct.
So just be a little bit smarter, guys. I'd make sure your entourage, whatever your guy's in charge, keep the cell phones away from you. You NBA players, you NFL players, when you enter a room with a girl, you got to have that bag like when you go see one of those comedy shows and they put your phone in the bag.
Yeah.
Bitch got to put her phone in the bag walking in the door.
Yeah.
Plain and fucking simple. NHL Golden Knights traded for top six-winger Anthony Mantha this week. Entering Tuesday, the Knights have lost 3 straight games but remain in third place in their division. They trail Edmonton by 3 points for second place while remaining a point ahead of the Los Angeles Kings, Nashville Predators in the wild card race. Not really worried about the Knights. They're pretty much in the position they always are. They always do a little not so okay right now, but then they always seem to get the shit together. So I'm not really worried about the Knights right now.
They also acquired prized Calgary defenseman Noah Hannafin. He was drafted 5th overall in the 2015, and he is 27th in points among all defensemen in points over the past 3 seasons.
NFL referee stats, which you guys ain't going to get nowhere else.
NHL.
I mean, NHL. What'd I say? NFL?
Yeah.
The sport I hate the most.
NFL,
I can't wait for it to come back, huh? Best home ice refs against the spread. When Tom Kalepsky is the head ref, home teams are 33-15 against the spread.
Big one.
Best road team refs against the spread. When Steve Kazari is the head ref, road teams are 32-15 against the spread.
You don't like that home cooking.
No. Teams tend to score when these referees are on the ice. Eric Ferlat, 6.8 goals per game when he's reffing. Brandon Schrader, 6.7 goals per game when he's reffing. Justin Kia, 6.6 when the refs are doing the game. Guys, there's so much information going on right now. Conference tournaments are in full effect. Guys, listen to me closely. The last thing, there's so many wannabe handicappers out there. Guys, I've told you over and over, you can do better on your own. These guys have no credibility. They're putting pictures of cars and gold chains, and you think that they're a fucking handicapper? It's embarrassing how you even fall for this shit. It blows my fucking mind. You guys are out there buying someone's March Madness package for $500 and think you're going to win. Guys, free could be the most expensive word in the world, and cheap things aren't good, and good things aren't cheap. Last thing I want to happen is all these guys get buried in the first week, then they call my office when somebody's already lost them all the money. I don't want a guy like you. I want a client that wants to go into the tournament with me, start pounding out these conference games right now, making some big money, and going berserk during this tournament. You guys want to make 6 figures? Now, I'm going to give you, I always say men lie, women lie, results don't.
Correct.
I'll just give you an example. Out of the $15 million a year that our company does, $6 million every year comes from March Madness. 30 days. $6 million a month, all day, every year for the last 15 years. Guys, for the sports better, if you know what you're doing, you got a guy like me, March Madness is the place to make a second income and absolutely explode. But that doesn't mean you bet 3 games a day, 15 games a week. If you guys are playing multiple games a day, you have 0 chance at winning. Money management and discipline is the formula for success. You guys that are betting different amounts on every game, you have no chance of winning. Same amount of money, 1 game a day, not every day, same amount of money on every bet. Let's go get this money. March Madness is here. I'm going to make millions of dollars, and I want you guys to ride with me. DM now to take advantage. We got all sorts of promotions. Whether you're crawling or balling, we got your motherfucking back. Shout out to my crew. Every year we're breaking records. They're kicking ass and taking names. Like I said, guys, you got winners and you got losers. Which one are you? Don't let the players be the only ones that get paid. I'll see you next week.
It's Steve Stevens, I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Poppin' bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put a $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Byron.